Today I am going to demystify the false belief that Reiki is a religion or might interfere with your personal denomination. I am going to read to you a testimonial I got from a Lutheran Evangelical Deacon I attuned to Reiki, and at the end of the video I will introduce you to the 5 principles that for me are the foundations of personal growth and development.
Hi, it's Monica, your intuitive trauma transformation coach, who helps you face and successfully navigate through the storms of life, guiding you through a most powerful self-healing process and teaching you all the mindfulness tools you need to embark on your journey to your core self and create the life you've always envisioned.
While Reiki is spiritual in nature, it is not a religion. It has no dogma, and there's nothing you must believe in order to learn and use Reiki. In fact, Reiki is not dependent on your belief at all and will work whether you believe it or not. Because Reiki comes from a higher power, from the universe, God, whatever you call it. Many people find that using Reiki puts them more in touch with their experience of their own religion, rather than having only an intellectual concept of it. Dr. Mikao Usui, the founder of the Reiki system of natural healing, recommended that one practices certain simple ethical ideals he calls the secret art of inviting happiness, to promote peace, harmony, and oneness, which are universal across all cultures. When I studied counseling therapy, I had to write an essay about the AA fellowship and conducted an interview with the leader of the AA group in my area. When he showed me the 12 principles, I became very excited, and I told him that I teach the same spiritual steps and values in my Reiki workshops. So we both learned something new during this hour. About 10 years ago, I had the honor and pleasure to work with a wonderful, gentle, kind, and loving woman who was a Lutheran Evangelical Deacon in the little village I lived close by at the time. After being introduced to her, I started to volunteer at Bible camps, offering expressive art therapy to the kids. I rewrote biblical stories into theatrical plays and let the kids act silently in order to practice a different way of expressing emotions through body language, and I had them paint symbols for powerful values like love, strength, courage, and faith, after talking to them about the stations of the cross. It was for sure an interesting time, as I wasn't religious at all. Yes, I believed in a higher power, but I also still believed that being raised Roman Catholic was an additional reason for why my childhood was filled with suffering and punishment. But as I said before, the master always stays a student, open to learn and grow. I actually reconnected to Jesus during the Reiki treatments I provided for this wonderful woman, because I had numerous visions. She explained to me, mentioning the exact Bible verse where I could read the description of what I had experienced during the sessions. She became very excited about Reiki as it helped her tremendously work through some trauma from her past. And so one day she asked me if she would be able to learn this art of laying on hands, and of course I agreed. So she wrote to me this beautiful testimonial I'm so very grateful for. Dear Monica, I remember coming to you with some need, some grief. Friends from church had spoken highly about you. As a Lutheran diaconal minister, I hoped my beliefs would not be challenged too much. I also hoped that there would be no strange or weird spirits involved. So I came to you cautious and a bit nervous. Neither of the above happened. In fact, in an early Reiki session, we both had some sense or picture of a lot of people praying for me. To me, they were my former charismatic prayer group, which I had been part of for almost 20 years. What I found is that you and I often had pictures that were very closely related. I also appreciated our debriefing times. Sometimes a biblical story or image seemed to connect with what we experienced. And you were quite receptive to what I told you about, what Jesus was like. A different image from what you had grown up with. A significant event was when you sent spirit to me, seated on a chair during one of the attunements. This connected me to a time in my past when I had run away, totally frightened from an experience of eternity. So this time I didn't run away. This event was empowering, as soon after I was faced with a serious conflict with a church member. But through Reiki I was enabled to pray my way through to forgiveness and eventually mutual understanding. Since the end result of our Reiki and counseling and discussions was doing the very thing Christianity teaches, that is forgiveness and love, I can highly recommend you to anyone seeking some help. You are such a good guide. My own beliefs have become far more open to gifts that other religions or spiritual practices offer. If they make me kinder, more patient, calmer, more loving, less selfish, more generous, they are good and they're of God. In the Bible, 1 John 4:16 says, God is love. Love you, and I still miss you. May peace that passes understanding be with you, and may love fill you and surround you now and always. Hildy, thank you very much. Love you. Before I introduce you to the 5 Reiki Principles of Dr. Mikao Usui, if you like this educational video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and share it with your like-minded friends. This is the secret art of inviting happiness and the miraculous path of healing body, mind, and soul. Just for today, I will let go of worry and stay in the present moment. Just for today, I will release any anger and will be filled with gratitude. Just for today, I will devote myself to self-development and honesty. Just for today, I will practice humility and honor my ancestors. And just for today, I will be kind to every living being and celebrate oneness. Every morning and evening, I will join my hands in prayer. Feel these words in my heart and chant these words with my mouth. Peace begins with me. Namaste, namaste.